When I got into Microsoft, the relationship between Microsoft and the government was terrible. I won't go into the details of it.
Yes, no problem.
It was terrible. So to close that, with the president himself coming to the Microsoft office, externally, I delivered what God needed to do. But then one day, this message comes on LinkedIn. This is just 18 months I've been in Microsoft. And the message says, we have opportunities for you to lead a global team in Dublin.
Ooh.
Let's discuss.
Yeah.
I look at it, I'm like, God, you only sent me here for 18 months. That's kind of short for an MD, no? So again, we engage the conversation.
Wait. Don't rush over this Microsoft. I can see the way you're... There was nothing that could have given you the experience to run a company of any company in COVID.
Yes.
Now you are new. You are days in this company. You are granted that you had experience, but this is Microsoft. So of course,
yes,
the brand name comes with its weight.
Yes.
But nothing could have prepared you to lead a company in COVID.
Not just lead a company in COVID, but lead a company in COVID that is the one enabling other companies to run during COVID.
Yeah.
Because
yes,
companies had to quickly get to online working.
Yep.
Yeah.
So where does what happens in a situation where you are with that much amount of pressure? And government is looking at you as a solution.
Of course.
So now it's not that you're having issues connecting with government. Government are like, hey, what are you doing? Tell us, what help do you need?
That I heavily leaned on the team. The tenor in the company was very strong, and the team internally was also very strong. So I heavily leaned on the team. I would go, and I would get invited, because you know who they're inviting? They're inviting me because of the position.
Yes.
And there is one thing I have come to. There is Kendi, there's a position. I understand those very well. So they're inviting me because of the position.
That phone will stop ringing as soon as that position goes.
Of course. And so I made it very clear. As much as these invitations come to me, remember you're the team that delivers it. So for me, I just worked with the team.
You enabled them?
Yes.
You empowered them, in fact, that's the right word.
Yeah. And that's in with the culture. The culture of the company, but also the team stood and went on.
Okay.
Yeah.
What did you love most about that time?
Looking at you see.
You saw She Goes to come to life, but for Microsoft.
Correct. The thing is, the company allowed free access to teams. So quickly, economies could continue. So all we needed to do was do activation. I loved that I was working for a company responsible enough to do that.
I get.
Yeah.
Your time there, when you look back at your time at Microsoft, because I can see you want to transition, wink, wink. What made you say, why do you think God sent you there? Remember when you talked about Intel, you could clearly see why later on after he sent you there. Now in retrospect, when you look at your time at Microsoft, what do you think he wanted you to get from that?
When the team did a farewell party for me, one thing that was clear, and because I asked at 18 months, it was clear that God is doing something bigger for me. It was a fast-tracked influence. As in, he needed my visibility to be fast-tracked and use it. He needed me, and that period was fast-tracking was for me to midwife the hardest time of it, which was the COVID time. So I was just a midwife holding for the 2 months. I was there for 2 months, 2 years, 3 months. So I midwifed, I held the company, we led on. And that is why the last engagement I had in Microsoft was working in partnership with Jack. Jack, you're a great partner to work with, Jack Ngari. Working in partnership with Jack to bring His Excellency, the president at the time, who was not doing many public engagements, to come and open the office officially for Microsoft, the engineering side. And also to receive the global president at State House.
What was that? You know, the global president came to Kenya.
Yes.
What was that for you?
Now, at that point, I had to take, what do you call it? You know, when you're changing companies, because I declared I was moving to Facebook. It was Facebook at the time. So I declared I was moving, and so I had to, no, was it Facebook? It was Meta. It was Meta. I declared I was moving to Meta, garden leave. So I was still an employee, but I couldn't, because of the weight of the responsibility the position held, I couldn't publicly engage.
I get it.
But what the only drive, as in, I did 2 things. When I got into Microsoft, the relationship between Microsoft and the government was terrible. I won't go into the details of it.
Yes, no problem.
It was terrible. So to close that, with the president himself coming to the Microsoft office, externally, I delivered what God needed to do. Then, internally, the employees felt not seen from a global perspective. In fact, the global president, who also sits in the board, had been scheduled to visit the region, that is Middle East and Africa, but Kenya was not part of it.
What?
I had to work with Ottilia, you're amazing, to work for a case, to make a case for him to come and visit in country, which then meant he could also meet the president, which also meant he could see the potential of the country, which is the only thing I could do for the employees because I was leaving.
Yeah.
So with those 2, I felt God cleared me. And
those
good.
2 were so high impact.
Yes.
The level at which you are playing now is those are 2 things you've said you've done, but the impact of them are so high. Okay. One of the things that I love that Microsoft, just to show you the impact of Microsoft, I'm not sure if you know this, or I'm not sure if you're involved in this, but as somebody who's obsessed with AI, people don't know that that AI training was sent to Kenya's head office for it to get training on the African culture, on the Kenyan culture. Nice. It was to the Kenya Microsoft office. And you can see Trevor Noah talk about it on a different things as just somebody who likes AI. But that's because of even the establishment of the office within this space. Okay, let's hear about this switch because time is coming and Kendi needs to leave. She got a flight to catch tonight and another meeting that she has to do in the next 7 minutes, but she'll just at least extend a bit of this. And I've got to honor her time. She's been here the whole day, guys. But we just definitely have to hear this transition. So you get that email, LinkedIn message.
Yes.
Yeah, LinkedIn.
So we start the conversations. We talk to them. It's an interesting opportunity. Of course, I'm in consultation with God. I'm asking, is this you? Is this what you want? And then he shows me, he's like, I have finished. And that's, as in, you came at this, and, you know, from a Microsoft perspective, you've done what you needed to do. It's okay. Don't hang on to it. You can move on to the next. And remember now, my nephew has moved in with me, living as my son, and he's been with us throughout the COVID period and all of that. You can imagine if he was in that village during COVID. It should have been so hard. And the talk is, we relocate you and your family. And of course now it's a conversation with husband. What's the idea? What do you think? And I'm like, you deal with you go sort out that side, align. But what is more important even, legally, they qualify. If you don't have the legal guardianship,
yes,
or the legal,
you can't.
Yeah, you can't. Not even just guardianship, as in the full responsibility for the child. What I didn't say is that when we were starting out life, I always used to say, and we always used to say, we'll have 3 children, but 1 will be adopted.
Do you know Rina told me something?
Yes.
Rina says, even before Kendi was married or a mom or
Yes.
something like that,
Yeah.
she used to always come and tell me, going to adopt.
Yes.
And Rina would ask, I mean, at least you start this with kids.
Yes.
You're already at that stage.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. So this was just, again, the urge had been put, or the desire had been put, and this was the route for it. So then we did the legal process for it.
So when he was coming before COVID, he wasn't coming for this adoption. He was coming
there was no
our
need. You
nephew is
still can,
coming.
yeah. No, he was coming to live fully with us.
Yes.
But you see, because you're in Kenya,
Yes, there's no need
no need to legalize it.
Yes.
Yes, because with travel, you can use the guardianship papers, which are easy to do. Yeah.
So because now you're relocating continents,
Yes.
countries,
Yes.
you do this.
Yes. Attorney, lawyer, Mark, thank you. He's the one who helped me with that. He's based in Meru.
And in that same process, you're like, okay, God's given you the green light for the next stage.
Yes. Because that was the only, as in, I told them, you need to wait. Because, the rushing, I'm like, I cannot live without all my children.
Wow. Yeah.
So I'm like, I am not leaving this child behind. We are leaving all of us. So you need to wait. And also, I understood that is the period God needed me to take to finish my full assignment in Microsoft. Yes.
So when do you up and leave Kenya?
April 2022.